Welcome back. Sorry about the banging. There's a pogo stick convention next door. No, it's construction. Release the memo! That's the call from House Republicans who have viewed a now infamous 4-page memo that allegedly contains, quote, jaw-dropping revelations about U.S. surveillance abuses under President Obama. Dave Joyce, a Republican from Ohio who has read this very memo, said this yesterday.
25 years I've been in law enforcement before I got here in 2013, and I can tell you that I read it twice just to make sure I read it properly, and it was deeply disturbing, as anybody who's been in law enforcement and any American will find out once they have the opportunity to review it.
I hope you have the opportunity to review it. House Republicans are moving ahead to get the memo out to the public. Fox reports it could be released as soon as next week. Still, Democrats like Adam Schiff have dismissed the move as nothing but a last-ditch effort by conservatives to discredit the Russia investigation. So, will this memo see the light of day? And how worried should we be about Democrats pushing for redactions? Here with me now, Buck Sexton, former CIA officer and host of the nationally syndicated Buck Sexton Show. Welcome back.
Good to be here.
So what have you heard about the memo?
Everyone that I've talked to about the memo, sources and sources of sources, has said that it's incredibly damning. I have my doubts about what that really necessarily means.
Yeah.
My sense is that there'll be some form of executive summary, but this is not what people want to hear right now, and I know that. I don't think this is going to be the smoking gun gotcha moment that a lot of folks are being led to believe that it is. You got members of Congress who are saying this is like jaw on the ground, oh my gosh, you'll never.
Yeah, I mean, they say things like this is what happens in a country run by the KGB.
Yeah.
Americans will be shocked to find about some of these abuses. I can't believe this is happening in a democracy. You know, is this political hyperbole? Because for those of us who have been following it for many years, we know there are great abuses of power when it comes to this.
No one who knows anything about the history of state security services in the Soviet Union or a whole bunch of other places that people throw around as comparisons for what's going on in this country, if they knew anything, they wouldn't be making the comparisons that they're making. This is a few people, most likely, at the very top reaches of the FBI and the DOJ, who we've got a lot of reason to believe are political actors and may have abused their discretion through counterintelligence investigations.
Now, the Washington Post is reporting that it is in regards to Christopher Steele and the FBI going to a FISA judge to get a warrant to wiretap Carter Page. And they misinformed the judge about who paid Steele, whether or not the Democratic Party was involved, and the fact that Steele had already lied to the FBI in a previous interview. Are you hearing that that is the purview of the memo, that it has to do directly with the Mueller investigation, or is it broader than that?
Well, if it was going to be that much specificity, I think we would just be at the point where we're talking about a leak. And quite honestly, if the information was as clear and damaging as the buzz around it suggests it is right now, I find it very difficult that the 100+ members of Congress now that have seen this, somebody wouldn't have said something to someone to let us know what's really
If you really want to inform yourself, and this is such a hot button issue, and if for Democrats they assume that this is a Republican smokescreen, then go in that skiff and read the memo. So if there's nothing to it, you can put people's minds at ease. I don't believe Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff is a boob and a grandstander.
Yes.
And all he does is try to get attention, and he politicizes everything. You can't get an objective, honest, or rational word from him.
I think part of this is that Democrats feel like if they go and see this, it gives some legitimacy. So for them, they just don't want to even know what we're talking about here necessarily. And they're hoping that the delay in all of this will mean that some of the political fervor around it will be lessened. I'm hoping that it is what we are being led to believe right now, but I'm skeptical. I remember when we were talking about Nunes and unmasking, and we got him.
Yeah.
No, we didn't actually. The Mueller probe kept. I'm not saying nothing bad happened there, but it wasn't enough to dramatically upend the narrative.
No, but then Nunes helped force the FISA reauthorization. So he's a big fat hypocrite too.
Don't even get me started on that. We have to keep having this debate so we can keep having the debate about FISA. It never actually goes anywhere, despite people saying, wait a second.
Yeah, why are we seeing this memo now and not before the vote? I talked to the judge about that yesterday. I'm still very upset about it. Last word, only a couple more seconds.
I'm just going to say that if I'm betting on this one, it's going to be a moment of talking point bonanza for Republicans. Look at all the stuff that was going on here. And Democrats are going to say, probably because of the redactions, this is just your assessment. It won't be enough raw information to shut down the other side. It's going to be left in the gray area of, this is my analysis of what's going on with FISA, and that's your analysis.
All right, Buck Sexton, very good. We'll
Good to see you. I wish I could say that it was bigger than that, but
we don't know yet.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
Hopefully Buck is wrong.
There we go.
I like when he's wrong about this, not other stuff, because he's usually always right.